years we've been presenting, in little snippets, we give you what's the benefit of, plant-based fats versus non-plant-based fats. What's the benefit of replacing your foods? When you're planning your meal, what's the benefit of increasing your vegetables on that plate rather than your carbohydrates, things like that. We've been talking about all that over the years. This sort of puts it all together in this one diet here. So this is proven in science to contribute to all these things. There's sustainable weight management. So the Mediterranean diet uses fibre-rich whole foods to promote fullness and reduce overeating. When you've got a lot of fibre, the fibres I mentioned last week, the fibre, prebiotic fibre, that is fresh fruits, vegetables, is prepared in as simple and natural manner as possible. When you consume that, it's high in fibre. That settles down those pangs for hunger, and you feel much more full when you have a high fibre meal. So, and that reduces then for overeating, and thus it contributes to lower weight loss, or people who have concerns about putting on weight. This is the diet to go by. The diet is linked to longer life expectancy and lower mortality by supporting overall health through balanced nutrients, and it's also protection from age-related diseases, such as say for example, osteoporosis, mental deterioration. This diet can also improve your brain health as well. With this diet, I want to give you some practical applications of how you can start with this diet. Introduce more plant-based foods and healthy fats progressively into the daily meals for better adaptation. Choose whole grains over refined ones. And if you are to include proteins, we would suggest you do plant-based proteins, okay? Enjoy meals with others and maintain physical activity to enhance health benefits of the diet, and tailor the diet to preferences including vegetarian and vegan options using seasonal produce and simple. I want to give you an example of a vegan Mediterranean meal. A nutritious vegan breakfast would be oatmeal with berries, chia seeds, walnuts and plant-based yogurt which energizes the morning. Herbal teas like rooibos complement the meal without caffeine. For a midday salad, you could have chickpea, quinoa salad with fresh cucumber, tomato, parsley and lemon olive oil dressing. Offers the protein and antioxidants, and serve with whole grain pita bread. And for a vegan dinner, grilled eggplant and zucchini paired with lentils and brown rice deliver fibre and healthy fats. Sautéed greens with garlic and olive oil complete the meal. And this meal is rich in fibre, antioxidants and healthy fats, supporting cardiovascular health and overall wellness. So you can see from here, this is a big variety of things you can eat, isn't it? It's huge. I mean, some people think, you don't eat meat, so what do you eat? That's what I used to get when I was at school. What do you eat if you don't eat meat? Well, this is what we eat. We eat plenty of things here that are healthy, they're nutritious, and they taste good as well. And so that's just some options there so that you could apply in your everyday menu, from today on to start living a more healthy Mediterranean, after the Mediterranean lifestyle. So thank you very much. So that's right. Any questions? Yes? Okay, well the mixed grain bread is the mixed grain. It depends whether mixed grains wholemeal mixed grains or not. Yeah, well wholemeal mixed grains is fine, yeah. Yeah, the wholemeal mixed grains is fine. Yeah, well it's not that it's better, it's just a variety of grains. The point is it wholemeal or is it refined? And so refined flour, it's got a lot of the nutrition taken out of it, losing a lot of the fibre. So if you get wholemeal bread with It depends on whether the bread itself, the flours, are they mixing the whole meal flours, different flours like rye flour with wheat flour, or are they adding the actual grains themselves to the wholemeal flour? It just depends. But the best thing is the wholemeal, as far as rather than anything that's refined. Yeah. Any other questions? If not, I've got my wife here, Deborah, and she's got a surprise for you. Another surprise tonight. Deborah? Yes, you need to take a microphone. I'll give you this one.
Does everyone have one of these numbers? Anyone have one? So I feel like get your numbers out. Okay, so we have another draw today. If you get your numbers out, I've got a random number generator again. Did you get one? You didn't. Okay. Then you must be the one, because I'm one short. Okay. So let me just adjust that now. So we were meant to have a cooking demonstration on last Monday, but we weren't able to have it because we had a funeral here. So I have a few more things here than last time because we missed out having that last demonstration. So the first thing I'm going to do is the little soaps again, but if I draw your name and you already received a soap and you would like something else, let me know, because I'll give you something else. So I'm going to start now. So get your numbers out. And the first number is 24. Who has 24? Somebody has to have 24. No? Did you get a little blue piece of paper with a number on it? Did you get the numbers? Yes? Do you have, anybody have 24? No. I can't understand that. So no 24s, you sure? All right, we'll try again. Somebody's got to have the next one. 12. Who has 12? Do you really? Okay, now you had a soap last time. I have either a coffee alternative or gluten-free biscuits.
I'll go for the coffee alternative.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
That's all right. Good job. Okay. Now, some of these things are short-dated. They're not out of date, but the coffee, you have a couple of months, 2-3 months to use it, but it might be good tonight when you get home because it's cold outside. Okay, next one. 19. Who has 19? No one has 19? It's great.
Have you checked your numbers? Everyone you got a ticket there? All right.
19.
19. No, 19.
19, Brother Sass.
19.
Okay. I'm glad I'm not losing my mind here. Okay, so I have dandelion coffee, gluten-free biscuits, or soap. What would you prefer?
Anything.
Anything?
Maybe.
The biscuits? No? The coffee. Okay, perfect. Okay, next.
Yeah, these coffees, by the way, they're not coffee. They're a cereal
It's a coffee
beverage.
substitute.
Yeah, so it's non-caffeinated.
But you'd do it like an instant coffee. You'd pour boiling water and your sweetener and then your milk. Okay, next one. 13. Okay, Carol, what would you like? Gluten-free biscuits, the coffee, or a soap? I'll put this. The coffee. Wow, the coffee's popular. Okay. Next is, let's see, I've got 1, 2, I've actually got 5 more things. 21. Okay. What would you like? If you really want a coffee, I can swap. No? Okay.
I would love the soda.
Okay, so if you want to choose one of the so, they're all different.
Okay.
Rose one and that rosemary. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so that was 21. Next is 20. and I'm just doing a random program here. So what would you like? Oh, wonderful. So they're handcrafted soap. Okay. Gluten-free biscuit. Okay. So I've got 3 more to go. 26. All right, so 1 soap left and 2 gluten-free biscuits. Soap. Thank you. Well, now I can see what you all like. That's wonderful. Okay, so I've got 2 gluten-free biscuits. And the gluten-free biscuits, if you don't want to eat them, maybe you might know someone else that will. Okay, 2 more. 13. I did 13 already. Okay, thank you. 24. Did I just do 24? Okay. 4. There you go. Gluten-free biscuits. Yes? Sorry about this. Perfect. And the next one is, and that worked out well, didn't it? 25. Has 25 come up? Okay. Good. So 25 is the gluten-free biscuit. Thank you all for participating. All these things are available in the store. And we look forward to seeing you all another time. Yeah, I'll pass this over.
Okay. Thank you. In the pocket. Hey, are we ready? Are you ready to go? Yeah, okay. Hi everyone, how are you tonight? Good to see so many lovely, nice faces here tonight. People that we see all the time. It's lovely. Welcome back. I'm sure Paul has given you a welcome back. The first thing on our item tonight is going to be a cob. It's a spinach and cream cheese cob. Now, this is a real good party item. It's very much loved by many people. So I'm going to, you can just get whatever cob you like. I prefer to get the sourdough cob, and that seems to be nicer. But for tonight, we're just going to use this one here. And it's so easy to do this. All we have to do, and we have to cut the top off. It's a great one for parties, barbecues, entertainment, Sunday lunches, whatever you'd like to do. And just put this aside. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick out the middle into chunks. And we're going to put these chunks in the oven as well. And people will then just come and they'll dip the bread in and they will enjoy the filling. So, yeah, so don't throw this out in the bin. And it's very filling, quite nice, and it's very healthy. And to fill it up tonight, I'm going to use a Tofutti brand product. This one here is a sour cream, and this one here is a cream cheese. And they're both available downstairs. I think you can get the cream cheese from the supermarkets, but I haven't really seen the sour cream in the supermarket. So I don't know whether you have or haven't seen it. Have you seen it, the sour cream? Okay. Because, yeah, I know that I was looking for it a while ago and we didn't. So scoop it out as much as you like. Now, if you want to be a bit more creative, you can actually put some, just slice up vegetables like cauliflower or anything like that you would think that would give nice flavour, and put it on the bottom. But tonight we're just going to fill it up. I'll just pop that over here while I get this ready. We're going to use the Tofutti sour cream and the Tofutti cream cheese, one of each. And I'm going to use some French onion soup. Now, if you don't use French onion soup, you can actually use salt, just plain salt, or you can use vegetable salt, or you can use stock powder, or you can use some mushroom seasoning. There are different things that you can use for flavouring. So just do what you think you'd like. Some people, they like to put in like coriander, parsley, anything that you think would give it your flavour, because everyone's different and you may want to do something different than this. But tonight we're just going to use the frozen spinach. Just one, oops, sorry, this one's a little bit cold still from the fridge. So just combine the cheeses first, because that makes it easier later. Otherwise you may get lumps. Actually, I should leave this here for you to have a look at later, if you want to. So we'll just mix this up together so it's well blended. Because we've got, yes, I think I will use a spoon, thank you. A bit dirtier. That's better. Just give it a good mix and that'll soften it up. It just breaks it up a little bit. Now, this is a dairy-free product. This is a vegan product. If you do eat dairy, you can use Philadelphia cheese and sour cream. But we are trying to stay away and go into plant-based foods. So we are using the vegan or the plant-based products. So this is dairy-free. So if you're allergic to dairy, this is a good thing to do. Okay, so we've got that mixed together reasonably well. Now I'm going to do the spinach. Now the spinach that I brought is just the Coles, the Aldi packet of spinach, but it's really gone very, I left it out of the freezer for a couple of hours and it's gone really soft, which is good because it's easier to mix when it's thawed out. But normally, like if it's still frozen, you crumble it in. But this way, I'm going to, I was looking for a pair of scissors out the back and I couldn't find one. I don't know what happened to our scissors. So just use this. Yeah, and just dip it in. Like I said, if it was frozen, you would actually crumble it into your dish. And I'm also using just a normal packet of French onion soup. And put that in together for flavouring. And if you like a little bit saltier, you can place a little bit more salt, but I don't think it's necessary with this. So just mix all this together, and then we're going to put it into the cob and bake it in the oven for about 20 minutes on about 170, 180, depends on your oven. You don't want it too hot because it'll burn the bread and this won't be very cooked. But yeah, so we just give it a good mix. So it's something that's really quick and easy to make for a party. I'm sure some of you have had this before. It used to be a real big, a really favourite a little while ago. A few years back, it used to be a favourite. I think even when I was a teenager, I had, that's going back a little while. Not too long, but yeah. We used to have this. So, okay. So you've got your mix, and just put that into your cob. It's nice and easy and quick. And in the oven for approximately 20 minutes. You can have a look and see when it's a little bit browned. Okay. Okay, so I don't think there's too many questions about this because it's fairly self-explanatory, isn't it? And now we'll place this in the oven and then I'll bring it back out later, okay? So we will, take this away. And now the next one on the program, Vivian's coming out and she's going to demonstrate the next dish, which is, it's a bean one. That's the one, yes, it is, yeah. So she'll be coming out and then I'll bring this back out for you to see, okay? Thank you. Excuse me. Vivi, you want to come grab this?
Thank you, Lydia.
Hi, everyone. Coming out with the next dish as well, so we'll have a 2-for-1 in the next.
Oh, okay. So the sample's coming out with the next dish. Thank you.
Exactly. Okay,
And
so our next dish is the tomato and white bean stew. We're a little bit not sure if it was good for like summer weather, but we got cold weather tonight, so it works. I think it's kind of like a summery stew. Mum disagreed with me. I think it tastes nice. Okay, so it starts by sauteing some onion. So we're going to get that going. A little bit of oil so it doesn't stick. We won't even use all that's in there. Let's see how non-stick this pan is to start with. Yeah. Low flame. Okay. How's everyone's week going so far? Good Monday? Yeah. All right, so we've got our onion here. I've just sliced it. You can dice it, whatever you like. Sliced it, gives it a bit of texture. All right, we're going to saute that for a couple of minutes just to get it going. I hope so. Yeah, I put it on low heat. Had it going in there on the stove in the kitchen, and the lowest setting is still too high, so this one I was a bit scared of, but it's okay. That a little bit. And then we've just got some cherry tomatoes here. You can use any kind of tomato really. When I made it at home, I didn't have enough cherry tomatoes, so I chopped up a normal sized tomato and threw it in there as well. Tomato. I don't know. Yes, samples are coming very shortly. They are plating them up now. Just to saute for 3 minutes. Oh, we're just going to hurry this along. Because then the cherry tomato is meant to saute for about 5. So pop them in. That was 1 punnet from Aldi. Whatever size the punnets are, 250 grams I think. Get that going. You want the tomatoes to sort of start splitting, breaking down and splitting, softening up. I halved them, yes. Sorry, yes, thank you for pointing that out. They are halved. I think they cook a little bit quicker that way when they're halved. All right, I'm just going to let that simmer there for a minute.
So you cut the cherry tomatoes yourself?
Cherry tomatoes are just halved, yeah.
Yeah.
I cut them myself. They didn't come halved. We are panning it up. Yeah, that's right. What pot never boils, Mum says. So we're going to give that another 30 seconds or so. We're not giving it the full 5 minutes. So this one's going to be a little bit underdone. The tomatoes will be a little bit on the crunchy side compared to the one you're going to try. Okay, but next we're going to go in with some garlic. That was roughly about 5 cloves, 4 or 5 cloves, however much you like, and we've just minced it. Going to go in, and then we've got some sun-dried tomatoes here. These came already cut, but the ones I had at home weren't cut, so I just cut them up. Yeah, they were just Aldi ones. These ones are in the olive oil. These ones in the olive oil. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, they're good. These ones in the jar, but whatever you've got, if it's sun-dried tomatoes, I don't think it really matters how they come, but yeah, these ones were in olive oil in a jar. So that was the garlic, the sun-dried tomato, and the next one we're going to put our tomato paste in. So again, this is just the Aldi brand tomato paste. And we're going to put a tablespoon in, a nice heaped tablespoon. Excellent. All right, it's starting to sizzle now. I don't know if you guys can smell that. It smells nice. We're going to give that another minute or so. It's a really easy dish because it's all in one pot. Like you prep everything, but then it all just goes into one pot and just wash that at the end. So we're just letting that become fragrant, which I think it is. Then I've got some corn flour here. Grab a spoon. And we're going to take some of our veggie stock. This is just the bought veggie stock, but if you make your own, even better. I'm going to pour some of that in there. Mix that up. To dissolve it. Not that it really dissolves, but anyway. Mix that all up. In it. I'm going to pour that back into there. Oh, here comes your samples. All right, and then this is going to go in with the beans. That goes in our pot along with our beans. This was just a tin of cannellini beans, just drained and rinsed. So that goes in. And we let that cook for another minute or so, just till you see it start to thicken. That corn flour is going to work to thicken the sauce. All right, you're getting some samples. How's it tasting? Nice? Yeah? That cob filling, that bread, that's really nice too. So we've plated this up together with the cob, and then you've got a little bit of bread there you can eat with the stew if you like. Otherwise, you can eat it just as a stew on its own. I made it the other week, and I had it as a side dish to a lasagna I made, but my lasagna was just a white lasagna, so this was like the tomato accompaniment to the lasagna. You can have it with rice, with quinoa, just with a piece of toast. Alright, I can see my sauce is looking a little bit thicker now. It's not watery. That's good. Next we're going to go in with our cream cheese. So this is vegan cream cheese from the shop downstairs. I have also made this recipe with just vegan cream from Coles. So this is like thick, like cream cheese. The one from Coles is like milky. But that's going to go in. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this one. This one. This is the cream cheese. This was the sour cream. All right, so that's going to go in, and we're just going to mix that up till it dissolves and incorporates with the rest of the sauce. All right. Get rid of the little chunky bits of cheese. Okay, good. And then at the very end, we're going to season it with some salt. Plain table salt. At home I use Himalayan. To your taste. My husband says I over-salt things, so I hope what you have there isn't too salty. A little bit of salt. You could also flavour it with some stock powder if you like, but we already have the veggie stock there. You could add different herbs. We've got a little basil we're going to put at the end, but you could use thyme, you could use some oregano. That was just baby spinach. Threw that in. A couple of cups of baby spinach. That doesn't take long to wilt down at all.
How's that? Good? All right. How about the dip? Dip is nice too? Yeah? It's great, isn't it? Really nice.
All right, that spinach is wilting down nicely. Just before it finishes totally, we've got some fresh basil here out of Deborah's garden. So thank you to Deborah.
Yeah, that's from our garden.
Yeah, Paul's garden. Sorry, Paul.
Or Deborah's
You
garden.
can take some credit
I'll say it's
too.
Deborah's garden because she's the gardener.
I'm just going to tear that straight in. Nothing fancy. All right, a little bit of basil to finish. And that's that dish. Really simple one. Quick midweek meal. Oh, sorry. Thank you. I forgot. Flush a lemon. Thank you, Mum. Just a little bit of zestiness. Adds a bit of bulk to the flavour. I don't think it tastes lemony, but I think it sort of elevates the flavour profile. And that is that. Everyone enjoying it? Ready to make it at home? Good. All right. That's it. Fabulous. I will get Lydia back out here for the next dish.
Thank you. It's a creamy tomato white bean stew. Nice. It looks good, huh? That's fantastic. I've always wondered what happens with this bread when you've finished with all the all the dip. That's my question. What happens with the crust? Always wondered about that. So our next we have is coming up is the creamy vegan potato salad. All right, that's the next one coming up. All good, Lydia? Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Is this on? I am on.
Yeah, you're
I
on.
can hear it. Yep.
Just pop that up a little bit higher. That's it. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Well, we're going to do a potato salad. Now, this is a real crowd pleaser. You can have this in any party, barbecue, anything like that, and it's super simple and quick to make. So for tonight, we already did the potatoes, but normally you chop them up into little cubes and don't cook them too long. They only take about, once it starts boiling, about 3 minutes and it's ready. So keep your eye on it because it does cook very quickly. So we're going to have potatoes, the main ingredients. Now you can add peas to the potatoes if you like. We're just going to have some gherkins and some spring onions and some onions. That's all we're going to have in ours. And now when I said large potatoes, I use ones about this size, okay? But once again, you don't have to worry about weighing, measuring when it comes to this. If there's a little bit extra, it doesn't matter. Or if it's a little bit less, it doesn't matter. You just adjust the saltiness as when you're doing it. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to make the mayonnaise for it. So I'm going to use the blender and I'm going to put 1 cup of oil, and I'm using rice bran oil for this. You can use sunflower oil, but don't use olive oil unless it's very light olive oil, because that will make it bitter. Okay, so I'm using rice bran oil, just 1 cup of rice bran oil, and 1 cup of soy milk, and the juice of 1 big lemon. I'll show you roughly how much juice I'm going to put in. But it's roughly about 1/3 of a cup, I'd say, roughly. So just a juice of a nice big lemon. I've had some lemons from the neighbours and they've been so nice and juicy. So it's really good. Sometimes you buy a lemon and it's half dry. But, thank you, Rosetta. Okay, so those are the 3 liquid ingredients that I'm putting in, and I'm adding 2 cubes of Marcel stock. And this one is a chicken style flavour of the Marcel stock. Now, the Marcel products are vegetarian, they're vegan, so you can feel free to use the powder and the stock cubes. Okay, so 2 cubes. And I'm going to go and whiz this up in a blender until it becomes creamy in consistency. I'll show you. Now what I'm going to add to that is I'm going to add some, the mayonnaise that I'm using, it's the fat-free one. The fat-free mayonnaise does not have egg, so it's quite safe to have if you're a plant-based person. So I'm just going to use, it says a couple of heaped tablespoons, but it's up to you how much you like it. I just normally at home, I just give it a couple of good squeezes. So I'm just going to, just for your heaped, okay, just so you can sort of get an idea. At home I don't bother measuring, I just squeeze it straight in there, and then if there's not enough, you can always add a little bit extra, or if there's too much, it's too bad. It's just going to be flavoursome. Okay, and just give that a quick little mix. Okay, our mayonnaise is ready, and we're going to just add all the ingredients together. So I'll add my potatoes, cubes, and I'm adding just some white onion, just one large white onion. If you don't eat onions, you don't have to have this in it. You can leave this out. And I bought a little jar from Aldi of gherkins, little baby gherkins, and I just had them cut. Now, I have what you call an alligator cutter, and that's really easy to use. And you can get a nice big square one, or you can get the tiny little one, which is a quarter of this cube. So that's what I've done the gherkins with. Okay, so I just add the gherkin, add the onion and the spring onion. Oops. Give it a mix. When you cook the potatoes, you put a little bit of salt in the water so that it's got some flavour. And now you just dip in your mayonnaise and coat it all up, and it's ready to go. Now, if you don't want to have onion, you can add parsley, or you can add coriander, or what other herbs you'd like to have. And make it your own, whatever you feel like eating, make it your own. Yeah. Any questions? How's it going? How are the flavours? Is it all right? And you can add a little bit more salt if you like, if it's not salty enough for you, or you can add a little bit more mayonnaise. You just make it to your taste, to your taste buds. Okay. And this, I've made this several times, and every time I've made it, people say, how do you make it? And I thought, it's just so easy to put it together, and everyone seems to really enjoy it. I had one when I was in Perth with my daughter. We had a gathering, and I made some up, and this girl came up to me, she said, I hate potato salad. I really hate it with a passion. And I looked at it, and I was thinking, should I eat some? And she said, so I took some, and I tried it, and she says, it's the best thing I've tried. And she said, how do you make it? So she was very excited because she said, I've never had it like that. And yeah, she really enjoyed it. Like I said, you can put, if you like some peas, you can put peas in it. If you like to add some extra veggies, you can. Some people like to put carrots. They boil the carrots and they chop the carrots up and put carrots in it. So it's whatever vegetable you think you like. That's it. Very simple, very easy, very quick. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. All right? Thank you. Okay. Well, I'll leave this here. I'll take that back. Come up later and have a look at it. Any questions? No? Oh, that's good. Very good.
Isn't that nice? That's so nice.
Thank you, Paul.
I had some out the back. Okay. Okay, well that's one of my favourites tonight, that beautiful potato salad. Okay, so next we have is a dessert, yes? And this dessert is? Blondies it's called.
So I had a few people ask me, what are blondies? They're brownies without the brown. So they're blonde. These are healthy. So they are sugar-free, gluten-free, vegan. They're not bad for a healthy dessert. I love my brownies, triple choc all the way, but these are like the healthy ones that I eat when I'm trying to not indulge too much. Again, super simple recipe. We're flying through these recipes tonight because they are all ridiculously simple. Someone took my blender away. This is everything goes in a blender, whizzes up. We're going to add some nuts at the end. You can add, we've got almonds, you could add walnuts, you could add macadamias, you could add cashew, like what's another, another nut? Carob, you could add carob powder, carob bits. I have done it with vegan chocolate as well. It was like a bar I had made with oat milk or something, so it was a vegan chocolate bar, and I just chopped it up really small and mixed that through, so that's another way to do it. But tonight we're just going to do the almonds. So we are starting with our chickpeas, drained, rinsed, just a tin of chickpeas, straight in there. Yeah, we kept the liquid from the chickpeas to use for aquafaba. So it's a tip for you. Like you can whip it up like egg white, basically. You can kind of use it as an egg white replacement in a lot of recipes. So, chickpeas going in. Then we've got some maple syrup. About 6 tablespoons, 5 or 6 tablespoons, depends how sweet you want it. So for sweetener in this recipe, because we're not using sugar, we've got maple syrup and we've got dates. So you can use one, you can use the other. I'm using both. This is just your maple syrup, again from Aldi. We're Aldi shoppers. I'm sure you could. I haven't tried the recipe with equal or stevia, but you'd have to experiment, I reckon. It might, because the maple syrup's a liquid and the stevia is obviously powder, you might have to adjust how much milk you use as well. So I add a splash of milk, you'll see, just to help blend it. So you might just have to adjust how much milk you use as well. You'd have to experiment with how sweet you like it, because I'm not sure what the equivalent is between. Yeah, exactly. These are just your normal dates. At home I use medjool. They're like fat, juicy ones. So they're just going to go in. What else have we got? A little bit of vanilla extract. Go straight in. Salt, that goes in. One of these is baking powder, one's baking soda. I don't know which is which, but they're going to go in. And then I love peanut butter. I'm a huge peanut butter fan. So peanut butter in real brownies is my favourite thing. So we're going to use peanut butter in these as well. We've gone with a natural peanut butter as well. So this is just peanuts, basically. Roasted peanuts, 100%. You could use crunchy or smooth, but it gets blended anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Whatever's in here, Mum reckons is the right amount, so we're going to trust her measuring skills. You could replace this with a different nut butter, sure. Almond butter, cashew butter, but I love peanut butter, so that's what we're doing. I have done this recipe with cocoa powder too. You just have to adjust, like I said, the amount of liquid you use because it's another dry ingredient. So I have turned them into brownies. I do. Yeah. All right, a little bit there. If I was at home, I'd lick it, but we're going to be good here. And we'll add a splash of milk to start with, and we'll see how it goes. This one's lactose free. It's a soya. But if you want to keep it vegan, use a dairy-free. Otherwise, if it doesn't bother you, you can use a dairy milk. I used oat. All right, excuse the noise for a second. We're just going to blend this up. Good enough? Okie dokie. Just pop that into, you could could pop this straight in your baking dish, bake it as is, but yeah, we're going to add the nuts just to give it a bit of texture and crunch when you're eating it, because it's quite, can be a little bit soft. So if you like that texture, it's a good addition. Often when you cook actual brownies, you might undercook them by a minute or so. They come out fudgy. With these ones, I recommend cooking them for the amount shown or even a minute or two over. Just because they're healthy and they're made from chickpeas. You don't want to taste the chickpeas, so if it's on the raw side, you can taste the chickpeas more. That's the only thing I might say for that. The ones that you're going to sample tonight, we were baking them for 25 minutes. So you'll get an idea. And we were using this exact dish, so 8 by 8 inch brownie pan. All right, we're just going to pop that all into our bowl. More on the bottom. No wastage here. Yeah?
Yeah, well, maple syrup itself is a product of the maple tree, and so naturally 100% maple syrup has no cane sugar in it.
It's a natural
There
sugar.
is maple flavoured syrup, which is cane sugar with flavouring of maple syrup to it. So
is true.
what you
There
want
is
to
two
do is the 100% maple syrup is what you want to be looking for, and you can get that off the shelf at Coles, Coles and Woolies and Aldi.
Yeah, they do. I think the
but
Aldi one's a little bit
usually it's
cheaper,
called Canadian 100% maple syrup. Yeah. So be careful. If it says flavoured syrup, that's not the one. Okay.
Thank you, Paul. Ooh, date syrup.
Yeah, date syrup is a nice one as well.
That might be nice. Is that more
Date
molasses?
syrup is like treacle. It reminds me of treacle, and it's probably just as sweet as well.
I feel like it would be molasses, yeah?
Yes, it's like,
Date?
yeah. Well, the one that we buy in the bottle, it's like a molasses, yeah, but it's pure date syrup. Yeah.
You could use honey too. I haven't mentioned honey, so that's another sweetener you could use in here. All right, you could probably add bananas or something to this as well. Be more like a banana cake. The chickpeas are really good for you. They've got protein, they've got low GI, they've got fibre. You could ruin the healthiness of this by eating it with vanilla ice cream, which my husband does. But yeah, that's basically it. Pop that in the oven, 180 degrees.
Can you just point it here to this camera?
Oh, it's
There
going
we
to
go.
slide straight out if I'm not careful.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, that's the brownies. So they're going to, sorry, you're not getting samples yet because they're serving them together with the other dessert that's coming. So you get 2 desserts tonight.
They're the blondies, right?
These are the blondies, and the other one is the apple pie. So
Okay.
they're
All
coming
right.
out now.
Here comes, thank you very much. So they're going to come out with a sample of the blondies will come out later, is that right? Yes? The samples will come out with the other one, yep. Okay, great. Here we have tonight, by special request, himself requesting, to demonstrate a dessert for you tonight. And this is going to be apple walnut pies. Am I right, Mum? Yeah? Amy? Yeah. Apple walnut pies. And this is Zach. Zach is going to demonstrate these. Let's see how he goes.
What do you say?
Hello, everybody.
What are you making?
We're making apple and walnut pie.
Big voice. You've got to talk really loud because you've got to get right to the back. Yeah?
First, we get the apple, and then we pour it in the bowl.
Say that again. What do?
We get the apple, then we pour it in the bowl.
Want to use the spoon? Break it out. That's it. His own method.
the question was, are they raw apples or cooked apples?
Raw.
They are raw apples, but you can use the cooked tin ones if you feel like it. All right, what's next?
Then you get the walnuts.
I've opened the lid for you, shouldn't I? I'm not a very good
They're
helper.
crushed.
Say it again, what are they?
The walnuts.
And they're
Crushed walnuts.
crushed walnuts. And do you remember how we crushed them? The food processor. So we put the whole walnuts into the food processor and just mixed it. Crushed.
Then we put a cinnamon in. Then we got maple syrup.
So it's maple syrup, yeah?
Yeah. Maple syrup.
Uh-oh. Now quickly run and wash your hands.
Uh-oh.
Run to the kitchen and Grandma will help you wash your hands. Quick, run fast.
Wash my hands. I have to wash my hands.
That syrup, I think, was just too irresistible.
All right.
Here comes your dessert.
We can hear that water going. Just rest assured he is washing them. All right, here they go.
Here he comes. Oh, good job.
Okay.
All right. And last but not least,
Corn powder. Corn powder.
corn flour.
Flour.
Yeah, corn flour. Good job. You should wipe it on your apron. What do you do next?
Then we mix it all up. It all combines. I might need a bigger bowl, Mummy.
Might need a bigger bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, you just I'll hold the bowl and you mix. How's that? That's it. That's the way. Whoop. Right underneath. So how much do you mix it, Zachy?
Mix it until it's all combined.
All combined. How are they tasting? Oh, good. Right. Is it almost ready?
Yes, I think that's ready.
That's ready?
Yeah.
What's that called? All right. So what do we do next?
Then we put the bowl aside.
Here? Here over the way. What's next?
Then we get the your crust pastry,
Crust pastry and your...
oil spray.
Oops, we lost the top. There it is. Lost that. Okay.
And our
Do you want Mummy to
cooking
do the...
cutters.
And the cookie cutters. Do you want Mummy to do the spray?
No, I wanna
You're
do
going to
this.
do it? Okay. Go for it. There we go. So just give the tray a spray. Now what?
Then we get the big cooking cutters. Cutter. Then we cut up the pastry.
Okay. You want to we'll just show one and then we'll do the rest after. So what do you do with that one?
And we cut little lines here. 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 Here.
Hold it up, show everybody. So can you see we've cut 1 line, 4 lines.
Just show the camera there, right there. To your
Where are
right,
we?
to your right.
There,
Yeah, just bring it lower.
lower.
Keep coming down. There it is.
Oh, there it is. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts in the pastry.
Yeah. And then you grab the pastry and then you flip it over like that. Yeah.
And why do you do that?
Because it makes a little cup.
Pop it in the muffin tray. Good job. What's next?
And then grab the filling.
Oh, sorry. What are you waiting for? Apparently I need to move the stool across because he can't reach properly. Right, so how about you hop off? And then we move the stool.
Okay.
There you go. Whoop. Okay. You're going to finish this off? Finish this off? Put it all in. Do a nice heap tablespoon in there.
The big one or the small
So
one?
what do we do for the lid? A
We get
slightly
the-
smaller one, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what kind of pastry do we use for the lid?
Puff pastry.
Puff pastry for the lid. Cut your circle out. I do. So the bottom pastry is the short crust pastry. You can use it on the top as well, but the puff one's just a little bit lighter, a little bit thinner for the top. So we use the puff pastry for the top. Yep. And you just pop it on top. And what's the next step?
And then
Whoop,
grab
wait,
the oil.
almost.
Oh yeah, this.
Oh, did you forget?
Then we stab that in there. And then we do make a little X.
Make a little X on the top.
Yep. So that's all the steam out.
And then
Grab the oil spray. Spray it.
oh, too much.
Whoa.
And that's all, guys. So then you can keep making the rest of them. If you do want to do a bigger version, if the little one's too, that one is just, I have a square kind of tart tray, and I've just put a whole sheet of the pastry down the bottom, filled it up, and just cut pastry up the top. So it's very easy. Get creative. You can do big ones and small ones.
And you just decorated it after it comes out of the oven, right?
Yes, and then we just dusted it with some icing sugar at the end once they're cool. So I hope you enjoyed it all.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thanks, Zaki. That was. Who likes that? Who liked the pies? Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. Okay. So we got the blondies and the pies, and some really nice savouries here. the soup, the potato salad, and of course the very nice dip there. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it for tonight. So we hope you've enjoyed it. Any questions before we finish up? Yes, God willing, all going well. We'll be back in May. And I just want to apologise again. This was our last one. We were hoping it was going to be as good as the first one, but we had some issues with the technology. Please forgive us. But nevertheless, we were able to finish relatively on time. So we hope you've enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you all again. And bring your friends along. And it's for anyone. It's free. It's for anybody, and bring them along. Don't forget, what night is it tonight? For the shop downstairs, it is 10% off night. Yeah, that's right. So anything you would like to purchase at the shop downstairs. Remember that we've got fresh grape juice. We've got actually cartons. You can buy the 1 litre bottles. If you know Patriti grape juice, we have white and we have the red. And it's in 1 litre bottles. You can buy it by the half a dozen in a carton if you wanted to, but it's downstairs as well if you like. And anything else you see down there, everything is 10% off. So feel free to spend some time down there tonight. Now, with this, I think that's all. Nothing else. If not, can we invite everybody to come out, all our helpers? Come on. Help us out. Yes, they're just finishing off the samples as well. Okay. All right, so thank you. So here we go. Boys, come to the front. Come on. Thank you very much. All right. Paul, Kiki, Owen, and Zephaniah. Levi at the front here. Levi and Zach at the front, of course, here as well. So thank you, everybody, and much appreciated. Okay. Well, with this now, as we do, just to pray for some travelling mercies on the way home and take care of you all till next time. Let's just bow our heads if you're able to, and let us pray. Our Father in heaven, we thank you once more for the privilege we've had tonight, and we thank you for all this valuable information that has been entrusted to us, and we thank you for helping us to share it, and we trust that as we go home and apply some of these recipes to our own kitchens, that they'll come up as nice and they'll sure to be as healthy as we hope them to be. So please, may you take care of us all now as we leave this place. Keep us safe in your grace and your care until we meet again. And we pray this and thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. Well, thanks everybody. See you all next cooking demonstrations, if not beforehand. Just in case, and this is not related to cooking demonstrations, but as you know, we do run this as part of our church ministry programs. We have coming up at Christmas time, I mentioned 2 weeks ago our Elim Heights Youth Camp, which is a 400-acre property, probably about 60 k's north of Windsor. It's on the Putty Range, just north of Colwell Heights. We are running a camp meeting there over the Christmas period, so it's the December period. If you like, there's some invitations there if you want to come along, even for the Sabbath. It's a bit of a drive up there. If you need help coming along, just book yourself in and we'll make sure you can get up there and back safely. So feel free. It's a beautiful time in nature. You're just surrounded by nature, and we have a dining hall up there, and everything's going to be vegetarian, so you'll be able to get a real taste of it all. And so if you want to register for that, there's some information there at the table if you'd like to come along. So thank you everybody, good night, God bless, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.